Hi, I'm Randy Aldridge, and welcome to Your Hometown. It's no surprise that the real estate market has been really troubled for the past few years, and certainly this area has not been immune to that problem. Foreclosure takes a real toll on people both financially and emotionally. But we're here today to talk about ways that with the right realtor and the right knowledge, you can avoid foreclosure and stay in your home. I'm here with Harold Chappell of Realty World Cape Fear. He's going to give us some tricks and some tricks of the trade to help us avoid foreclosure. And hi, Harold. Welcome.
Thank you, Randy. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about the real estate market in this area right now.
Real estate market has some really bright spots, and then there's some spots that are not so bright. We are actually selling more homes this year than we have in the past couple of years.
And that's good news.
That's very good news. In fact, we're up about 285 transactions through November. Prices are still depressed. Our average sales price is down about $10,000, as well as our median sales price being down about $10,000. But the market is chugging along. If you have a home to sell and you're priced under $350,000, you're probably in a pretty good position. The higher your list price, the tougher it is to sell in this market today.
Do foreclosures affect people more in the higher end or the lower end?
Both. Foreclosures affect equally all markets. We're actually seeing the demand in the lower end a little higher, which is what's helping that end of the market.
Demand for purchases.
Right, demand for purchases, yes, we are. But you know, you got to remember in this market, 1 out of every third sale is a troubled asset.
Wow, a full third.
A full third.
But how does that compare with the rest of the state and the rest of the country, the sales and the foreclosures?
We're pretty much on par with the rest of the country. There's some really bad spots. We've all heard the stories of Southern California. We've heard the stories of Florida. We've heard the stories of Las Vegas. We're certainly nowhere like those markets, but we've certainly had our share of trouble. But we do have some bright spots. We're rebounding fairly nicely, and our market is ticking along. Our units continue to come up every month.
So what does separate us from these other markets? What makes the real estate market here special?
Well, it's just the quality of life here in Wilmington. You can never get away from that. And remember, the first word in real estate always is location.
You can't beat this location,
no,
right?
You can't. No, you can't.
But we want to talk about foreclosures some today, because that's something that so many people have been touched by, and we were talking about this earlier, that just every corner of this area has been touched by foreclosures. But you can specifically help people avoid that, and there's a lot of things that people can do to avoid foreclosure. So give me an example of some of those things.
Well, first of all, let me say that there's very little reason for any homeowner to go all the way through with a foreclosure. It's devastating to your credit. It's devastating to just you personally, everything you do. And there are much easier ways of doing it. If you're going to lose your home, it would be much easier to do a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And certainly,
what is that?
That's when you voluntarily sign the deed over rather than having to go through the judicial action of having your home taken away from you.
Send the deed over to your lender.
Yes, that's correct. But what we're seeing today are so many homeowners that are able to do short sales. And a short sale is simply when you sell for your home for less than you owe the lender, but the lender forgives the balance of the debt, or there is some settlement of the deficiency on that debt.
And do you need a realtor to help you do that?
You absolutely do. The house must be listed. It must be marketed. The most important thing to the bank is to know that the best efforts have been made to sell the home for the highest price. And so you absolutely need a good realtor with sharp marketing skills.
Now, list a realtor, is this different than when you would just list a realtor to sell your house? Is there a separate type of contract that's involved with this?
Well, there are addendums to the contract. We have an addendum because the fact that the house is a short sale must be disclosed to any potential buyer, because the seller does not have the ability to sell the house without the permission of the lender. So there are addendums to a standard contract. Also in North Carolina, we are an attorney state, and realtors need to have good partnerships with attorneys, because you do need an attorney to help negotiate any deficiency judgment that might be there. The Real Estate Commission in North Carolina doesn't want us doing that. So we've partnered, our company has chosen to partner with 3 different attorneys locally that we use to help our consumer get a short sale accomplished.
Other than short sales, what do people have to avoid foreclosure? What other tools can they use?
Well, certainly there's loan modifications. Many lenders are doing loan modifications today, and they have been difficult. They have a really bad taste in a lot of consumers' mouths because the banks are hard to work with. A realtor can even help you with that and send you in the right direction in order to get a loan modification done.
So Harold, we've talked about deed in lieu, short sale, and rentals. What are some other ways people can avoid foreclosure?
Well, Randy, what I'd like to offer is we have put together actually an option sheet. It's an option for homeowners. It takes them through 7 or 8 different strategies that might be available to them depending upon their circumstance. In addition, since short sale is one of the most common options that homeowners are using, we actually take them through how a short sale affects their credit versus a foreclosure, how all these options would affect their credit so that they can kind of make an informed decision. And we're very proud of this document and are very happy to share it with anyone in the public that might be, that might have questions or have concerns about their own situation. Happy to talk with anyone about their personal situation, but they could simply go onto our website and we would make this available to them, or they can email me directly or call me directly, and I'd be happy to send this out to anyone, and it does a very good job of explaining the options.
So this brochure lists all the options to avoid foreclosure.
Yes.
That Realty World can help you navigate the tough waters.
Yes. It even discusses foreclosure and the effect foreclosure has on you from a credit standpoint.
But above all, we want to avoid foreclosure.
Absolutely.
And anybody really can do that at this point.
Yes.
Is this something that Realty World specializes in now?
Absolutely. We had to change our business just like consumers have had to look differently at their home purchase. And we have many, many things that we offer our consumers today, including just a rental program where we'll take your property and manage it and send you the rental income off the property.
So in addition to rentals, what other tools sets Realty World apart from other real estate agencies?
Well, most of our agents have had specific training in short sales. We have developed specific partnerships with local attorneys in order to get the job accomplished. I think probably the strongest statement I could make is several of the local banks are constantly referring their clients to us to help accomplish short sales because they've seen the expertise we bring to the table and the ability to get these deals negotiated.
All right. And you have some listings that you want us to feature this afternoon as well.
Absolutely. I don't want to leave it just with the fact that we only do short sales, but 3 of the listings that you're going to see today are short sales and 3 are going to be normal sales.